Hi, Merry Christmas. This is just a short video to update fellow Team Joker members, particularly Peter, as we prepare Woodstock for some test sailing. I was thinking over Christmas Eve about testing Woodstock and how easy that would be with the radio control when I was having to, or Peter's having to look at it from some distance, unless it's right by the shore, to see which direction the nose was swinging and therefore should be corrected by the radio control. We could obviously do it, but we'd only notice it swinging, the bows swinging, if it was a number of degrees and probably a few seconds after it's actually done that. I thought the ideal thing would be if we could have the sort of view of Woodstock sailing that we get from the Mobius when it's taken actually on board Snoopy. And then I remembered that I had a little model which I first had about 3 or 4 years ago and haven't been using recently, that actually has a little camera within it. And the little camera was just in that, what looks like an air intake under the nose there. So Christmas Eve I thought, well, I'm not using that at the moment. Let's see if I can get the innards out of it and utilise it for testing Woodstock. So I managed to get it all into out of the plane carefully, detaching it from the electric motor, but everything else just came out as one. And I've put it in this little box here. The final thing I want to do is to put this chip, which is the camera circuit board, onto the lid. This chip gets particularly hot. In the model aeroplane it had an airflow passing over it to take some of the heat away. That would be trapped within this box, but I was thinking about putting something through the lid here to act as a heat sink for it, a little like the technique the Mobius uses. At any rate, so the net result of all that is that with this little camera that was in the Spyhawk, we can now get an image onto the controller that came with the model, which has a little display screen on it. I'll try and demonstrate how well this camera works. Here's the combination. I'm just holding the lens at the moment, but ultimately that could be attached to the top of the box somehow. We can see the resulting image on the display here. Which I think would be adequate to see if the nose is if the bows are swinging at all as we are testing. This is transmitting on 5.8 gigahertz, and so that in itself shouldn't clash with the 2.4 that we're using for controlling the boat. However, this controller also transmits on 2.4 because originally the receiver in the box here was also controlling 4 servos. I haven't disabled any of that stuff, just simply detached the servos. Another possibility is that we just connect the servos that Peter's been installing on Woodstock directly to the little receiver in this receiver box here, using a Futaba cable, and then we only need to use one controller however, there's no problem with using both controllers because two 2.4 gig transmissions from different controllers would be separated digitally anyway, so that's not a problem. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and see you all soon. Cheerio.